Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be letting you know how my May TBR is going to look. And this is a big month. My TBR made a little bit ambitious, but I think I can do it if I get it together. I've been saying May was going to be my catch-up month. And when I really catch some things up, get moving, so that June, when I'm done with the Life Ship Buddy read, and I don't have another 900-page book I immediately have to get to, hopefully I'll be able to knock out some other things that have been on the back burner for a little bit. So, in all honesty, I do have to start with the fact that I'm filming this, on April 30th, and I'm like halfway done with The Liar's Key, so I'll maybe finish it tomorrow if I do like a ton of reading tonight and tomorrow. But it's gonna once again go just slightly into the next month, like Prince of Fools did as well. But I am gonna be getting that done soon. And I mentioned in my wrap-up, for sure, the very next thing I will be reading is Keeper of the Keys, which is the second book in the Cycle of Fire. I read the first one back in January. I've been trying to get to it ever since. I've just decided enough is enough. It is happening. So that one's not terribly long either. So it's only about as long as the second half of The Liar's Key. So I'm hoping to get that done really quickly within a couple of days so that I can immediately move on, because I do have a couple of longer books as well. The next thing that I'm going to be reading, and technically for the BookTube spin you do get 2 months to do it, but I wanted to just knock it out now, especially because I have the next two, and if I end up really liking it, maybe I'll want to read those. But that is The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons. I had this book, and like I just commented, I actually have the other two as well, because I've gotten them all like new for the most part, but used and very cheap. So I figured I'll get them, and hey, if I really like it, I already have the next two. If I don't, I can, I'm sure somebody will like getting all three of them together in good condition. So there's that. But I'm going to get this done. This was my BookTube spin pick from Rick McDonald's channel, which I'll link down to that below. But so I'm going to get that done. And then, just to kind of palate cleanse a little bit after that, since that's a little bit longer, and because God knows I need to get back to Discworld. It has been too long since I read a Discworld book. So Moving Pictures is the next book in publication order. I've been reading Discworld in publication order so far. For the most part, I didn't start technically, but then I went back and have done publications since. But I'm really excited. This is actually one of the longer ones, unfortunately, but it's the one that I'm next on, and I miss Discworld. I need some more Discworld in my life, so I am excited to get to that as well. From there is the obligatory, of course, for the buddy read I was talking about for Life Ship Traders, with Megan's reading Revelations. I'll link her channel down below as well. And that is Ship of Destiny, which is the third and final book in the Life Ship Traders series. It is, of course, like the others, almost exactly 900 pages. I don't know what Hobbs' thing with exactly 900-page books is, but this is going to take a little bit to read. I tend to get through these quicker than I thought I would for the most part, especially the last few hundred pages tend to fly by. But I want to hopefully get some good momentum in. I'll be coming in pretty fresh from a Discworld book, and so really get going on that so that I can knock that out as well, because I do absolutely need to get to that. Assuming I'll probably want to break with a little bit of a shorter book. I was looking around for some shorter books that I've been wanting to get to as well. And so I figured I will do Stardust by Neil Gaiman. And I've really enjoyed what I've read from Neil Gaiman so far, and haven't read this one. This is a shorter one. The print is very big, and it's less than 300 pages long. It's actually 236, so it's very short, at least for fantasy books, for most things I read. But so I figured knock that out, and then the obligatory, at least if I get all of this done on time, I'll be happy. But finishing out the Red Queen's War trilogy with Willowshine by Mark Lawrence. I've been reading these at the end of each month and not quite finishing them in, so chances are you'll be hearing about this in my June TBR, because I'll probably be finishing it. This one is a little less than 500 pages, so it's a little bit shorter. So it's not overly long, but that's still finishing up what I am trying to get done. So I do definitely have a lot in here. I've been trying to pick up speed with reading. The hot books do take up a lot of time, though, because they are so darn long. But like I said, I really want to cram in a lot this month, so that I have June more open to read the likes of Ruin and Wrath, Child of Flame, some other big things that I've been waiting to get to that I really, really want to get to. Now, if if you're in the Discord, you know what's coming next, because I am a man of my word. This is the month I also am going to at least try to read the punishment book that I have to read for failing the blindfold book cover challenge. That book was, I think, the most like mean-spirited recommendation I got from the Discord. Kevin, looking at you. But it is, from what I'd heard, it was supposed to be terrible. He did say it was supposed to be terrible. I looked into it a little bit more. Not only is it supposed to be really terrible, like, as a book, but also incredibly racist. I didn't want to give any money to this author, so I actually found basically a website where you can borrow it, like an e-copy, and read online. You can only do it for an hour at a time, but I don't think that there's going to be a lot of competition for this book. So it should be pretty easy to do. So what I'm going to plan is probably read it throughout the month for about an hour at a time, get through as much as I can. I will be doing a kind of reading vlog, which I've never done before, but I read the first chapter and I was already going off in the Discord about this book. So it's gonna be interesting. So watch out for the first part of that reading vlog, probably a little bit later into May. It'll probably depend how much I get through and how many things I have to react to. It may be multiple parts, we'll just have to see. But watch out for that as well, so that you can laugh at my pain of reading this just terrible, terrible book. I don't even think I said what the name of it was, because I was just caught on how terrible it is, but it's called Revealing Eden, and is the first book of the Save the Pearls series by Victoria Foyt. And it's just... I'm not going to link to it because you don't need to look it up. It's terrible. I'll talk more about it in the reading vlog, but it is it's going to be interesting and be a little bit of torture to get through. So I'm not guaranteeing I will finish the whole book because the first chapter was already pretty rough, but I am going to try to live up to that. So on that note, that is my May TBR. Definitely make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Comment, let me know, have you read any of these books? Hopefully not the last one. Or are you also wanting to read any of these books? Always love to hear your thoughts. You can also check the link in the description for the Wizardly Duo Discord, where we talk about books and all kinds of stuff down there also as well. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of my reviews for the books that I have talked about that I'm going to be reading next month and my other content, then of course, make sure to subscribe.